Hi and welcome to Cosmic Consciousness with Cassia. On this channel we discuss all aspects of the Ascension process. I have a variety of services that I offer to assist in your awakening journey, and you can find those listed in the description box below. So I wanted to make this video for you guys today because I have had quite a few people asking me what it is that they can do to prepare for 12/21. And if you do watch my daily readings, which a lot of you I think do, then you are kind of aware, because this has been coming up. Everything that's been coming up in the readings are the things that are preparing us for this energetic gateway, which is actually open right now. However, I thought it might be nice to have everything sort of condensed into one video. Or maybe not everything, because we probably can't cover everything, but everything that Spirit wants you to know right now regarding the 12/21 gateway, which is, as I said, underway right now. I feel the energies opening up today. We actually have Jupiter and Saturn are conjunct right now. Their exact conjunction is on the 21st, but they are in conjunction at 0 degrees of Aquarius. And this gateway I'm feeling open through the 22nd. So it's more than just the 21st, although the energies will be the most concentrated on the 21st. And yes, we are still doing that live global meditation. I'm going to be opening up the live at 1 o'clock EST. Adjust that for your time zone. The meditation itself starts at the exact moment of the conjunction, which will be 1:22 p.m. here on the East Coast. And so there was a link in the 12/21 video. I'll probably post it here as well for you guys, where you can do a time zone converter. But you can also just convert it from 1 p.m. EST on, and that'll tell you, or you can just wait for the notification when I go live. I tried to set up a pre-event, but it just wasn't working. I'll try that again after this video and see if we can get that up, and then you can join that as well. But just be expecting that to pop up on Monday. That is, as I said, the day where the energies are the most intense, but we're feeling it opening up already. And so, yeah, I think we worry a little bit too much sometimes about how to prepare for these things, when so much of it is really about being. So the number one thing that really came through when people were asking me was that we're doing it already. Everything that you're doing is preparing you already. I think we as humans tend to have this tendency to sort of build things up in our minds. And I've certainly played into that. Every astrologer in existence pretty much has played into that, because people have been waiting for this conjunction for a really long time. And it is a big deal. However, we want to kind of relax about things a little bit. We're going to receive exactly what it is that we're meant to receive. There's no way to do this wrong or do it right. We're going to receive what we are ready for. And so we don't really have to be concerned about that. We do want to take care of ourselves as best we can, stay in alignment as best we can, keep our hearts as open and receptive as possible, choose love in every moment that we can, right? We want to be thinking about the things that we're wanting to create and manifest, because this is a huge manifestation gateway as well. And we can really move and shift timelines in a really insane fashion during this gateway and with this energy. And we are choosing that timeline with our vibration and with our thoughts and our actions. So we want to be really cognizant of that. That's definitely something that we want to be aware of. If we can eat clean, keep our bodies as light as possible, that's going to help us get the most out of the energy. I fall short with that a lot. Food is something, I'm a Taurus sun. Food is something that I struggle to really, to work with. Eating clean, being consistent about that. And so I had to just give myself a breather and give myself a break and be like, it's okay. If you want to eat foods that you enjoy, eat foods that you enjoy. We don't have to get absolutely insane about this. It's more just being open and receptive to the energies. Yes, that's going to help, and that's going to make it easier to integrate the energy. But we all have our crosses to bear, and we all have, we're not going to be perfect in this process, is essentially what I'm trying to say. And there is no such thing. Really, our imperfection is perfect. And so it's just really understanding that and giving ourselves a break and not hyping it up into this huge thing when it doesn't have to be. We can just enjoy the energy and whatever it brings to us. And it's going to be different things for different people. honestly, something that I really resonated with was this information and this understanding that when this originally was thought of and known to be happening, it was going to be a lot more intense because it was going to be a huger jump and a huger shift for humanity. Because humanity has shifted so many timelines and we are so far along in our ascension process already, it's not going to feel as earth-shattering and dynamic because we're in a higher state of energy than was anticipated at this point, because so many people are waking up and are really learning and growing and releasing and stepping into their light and embracing that journey. And so we're ascending a lot faster. And so for a lot of people, like, it may not be this huge cataclysmic event. It may be something very subtle. I was talking with someone earlier today about how portals, we experience them differently all the time. I never know which ones are going to hit me and how they're going to hit me. Sometimes I barely notice when they're going on. Sometimes they literally take me right off my feet. And so I have kept my schedule light for the 21st because I'm not really sure what the energy is going to bring. But I mean, I'm not setting myself up for any I'm trying not to have expectations going in. We are receiving a huge influx of light. This is going to be a huge stepping stone to help advance us in our process. But the distance that we need to travel is shorter than it was before. And so it's not necessarily going to be this huge cataclysmic event. It is going to trigger another wave of people into their ascension process. And that is intense, right? As we know, that dark night of the soul, everything that comes with that. So there will be some intensity of energy, but that won't necessarily be on the day. That's going to be the residual effects of the energy as more people are awakening. But those of us who are able to step more deeply into our light and more deeply into our path will be there to help lead each other through that. So really in the days leading up, it's just what we said, really choosing, being conscious with our thoughts, with our actions, with our vibration, with what we are putting into ourselves, putting into our bodies, putting into our minds, putting into our hearts, putting into our energies. What kind of what are we consuming? What energies are we around? What energies are we allowing into our field? Right? We want to keep our field as clear as possible. We want to keep our bodies as clear as possible, but we don't need to go overboard with it. It's mostly about being and existing and allowing this process naturally to occur. Many of us are experiencing bouts of purging as we move forward to this, and purging doesn't feel good. And so if you're in a purging phase, don't feel like I must be doing this wrong. Oh no, what's going to happen to me on the 21st? Clearly my vibration is all off. No, it's just a natural part of that process. So just allow that. The less judgment we can have about whatever it is that we're going through right now, the more pleasant this experience will be. And I'm being called to pull some secret language of light cards to start us out here. Clear. What does Spirit want us to know as far as preparing for this 1221 portal? As far as this gateway of energy that we're already in, really. But what does Spirit want us to know right now as far as preparing for this 1221 portal? Okay. So we have transformation coming out. So there is a transformation. Allow the transformation is what I'm hearing. Allow the transformation that is occurring to occur. It's already happening. It's been happening throughout this entire year. It's been gaining momentum, but it's been happening. This ascension process didn't just start in 2020. It just gained a lot of momentum, and a lot more people started waking up in the past couple years, right? And this year of 2020 has really pushed us really deep into our transformation process. It's like the ball, right, that rolls down the hill and it collects more speed and it collects more mass and volume as it goes. That's like what's going on. So it's like this process has already been happening. 1221 is really a gift. It's simply giving us an extra influx of light to help move us forward on our path. So it's a beautiful thing. Nothing terrible is going to come out of it. It's not like we're going to wake up in a completely different dimension or as like, well, we are hybrids anyway, right? But it's the transformation is cumulative and it has been happening. And you see the earth in the center of this, right? And so it's a transformation of the planet as well. We're all going through this together. And so this is, I mean, I really actually love this card because you can see all of the light coming out of the earth, or you can imagine it like all of the light, the solar flares, right? The influxes of light from the galaxy coming in, right? And then expanding out again. So that's really cool. I really love that. So it is a transformation, but it's a transformation that's been happening. So just continue to allow yourself to be transformed in whatever ways it is that you are being transformed right now. And then we have soul writing that came out of that. And so this to me speaks of like automatic writing. And so I'm feeling this as a way that some of us can sort of get our energy into alignment or purge and release energies that need to be purged and released is by through automatic writing, like sitting down and having a conversation with your soul. Ask your soul, because this process is different for everyone. So ask your soul what it is best for you to do leading up to this. And if you're not comfortable sitting in meditation and waiting for those answers and you don't feel like you're able to connect in that way, sit down with a piece of paper or sit down at your computer, ask your soul the questions, and then just start writing and writing and writing until you stop thinking about what you're writing about and you allow things to just flow. And you may be surprised at the answers that come out that way. And that's, we have channeling on the bottom of the deck too. So, yeah, channeling your soul. Channeling your soul, asking your soul what it is that it wants you to know. What is the best path for me? What is most helpful for me right now? Yeah. And this also has to do with the stories that we write. So this is a transformation of the stories. And this came up in the reading earlier today. Allowing those stories, allowing yourself to let go of all the stories you've told yourself about yourself, that you've told yourself about the world, that you've grown up believing, that have been indoctrinated into you. Let go of all those stories. Those stories don't matter anymore. We're transforming. We're writing a new story right now. So the releasing of all of those stories and the knowing and the understanding that you are the author of your own story and you get to choose whatever way that story goes. So write your story. This is another thing you can do. This is fun. Write out your story the way you want it to go. Write that down as like a manifestation ritual. What do you want your life to look like? What is the story that you want to live next? And write that down and send that energy out there. Really get into it. Feel the emotions of it as you're writing it. Imagine yourself, transport yourself into that story the same way that you would do if you were reading a book. You know how when you get really engrossed in a book, it sucks you into that world. That's what's so beautiful about books, is they are a complete escape. And so really step into that energy and channel create what it is that you want to create. What do you want to manifest, right? Yeah. And then the channeling of the energies, right? Allow yourself to be open to those energies, to be receptive to those energies coming in. As we talked about, the more receptive we are, the more we are willing to receive, the more we are going to be given. That's all I have to say about the channeling card right now, but we'll see if anything else comes out, if anything else comes through for that. Okay. And then we have the Divine Feminine card coming out with soul love and create space. So Spirit is wanting us to create space in our lives for the things that we want to come in. It's wanting us to create that space, to allow that space to exist. So this is about, once again, releasing everything that is taking up space. That's not what we want. Do this manifestation exercise. Write about what it is that what is the new story that you are wanting to write, to create, right? And then look at what is in your reality now that does not fit at all with that story. And then get rid of that stuff to create space for that to come in. And I love how this looks like a portal too, right? That's super cool. And the Divine Feminine, I'm feeling this as like, especially coming out with the Soul Love card, which isn't just about souls being in love. This is about falling in love with your own soul. Really getting to know your own soul. So really spending some time falling in love with yourself. Embracing those divine feminine qualities within yourself. nurturing yourself, caring for yourself, complimenting yourself, holding yourself, right? Creating that space for yourself. That's an important thing that they want me to talk about right now, is creating that safe and sacred space for yourself. Giving yourself space in your own life. If your life is full of a lot of extraneous things and there's no space for you within it, make space for you. That's really, really important right now. Prioritizing the self, understanding that when we put ourself as the priority, that is the ultimate manifestation of self-love. So really give yourself that love, give yourself that care, allow yourself to be in this receptive, intuitive energy, right? That's the feminine energy, the divine feminine energy. It's receptive, it's intuitive, it's able to access its emotions, right? But not to become in its most divine form, not being overcome by them, but also allowing them to be embracing them. So really stepping into that. Stepping into this compassionate aspect of the divine feminine energy, really embracing that, right? When we talk about sometimes divine masculine energy is light or information, feminine energy is love. So we really want to be in that vibration of love, and we really want to fall in love with ourselves, fall in love with our souls, really channel our own souls. Speak to our own souls, connect as deeply as we can with our own souls. And your soul is saying, like, I will guide you through this, right? That's great that that I'm here to help and to bring a voice to that. But you already have all of that within you. Your soul's like, hey, I got you. Just come commune with me, channel me, right? Open yourself up to me and the different ways that you can receive my guidance. And just allow me to guide you through this process. Yeah. And we do have soul mating on the bottom of the deck. So there's definitely some energy around that as well. Around this energy of really learning from our divine partners, right? Learning from our soulmates, from the people that come into our lives to teach us. And really right now paying attention to the lessons that you're being taught by the interactions in your life. That energy coming through as well. Paying attention to what those are teaching you. Anything else from this deck before we switch it up here? Okay. Remembrance. I love that this card came out earlier in a reading that I was doing. That's so perfect. Remember who you are. Allow yourself to remember. Right? Allow yourself to remember. This portal is... Oh my God, you guys, if you could see, I mean, this is the secret language of light. So I guess there's a lot of cards that look like portals, but it's just like boom, boom, all of that light coming in. Boom, 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 boom. It's just all this incredible. And then there is only light on the bottom of the deck here. Okay. So, yeah. Remember who you are. Allow this process of remembering to be a joyous one as you allow yourself to step more and more into the truth of who you are. This is like ancient cosmic knowledge coming through, right? This is the new coding. This is the new blueprints that strip away all that we are not, that strip away the limitations or the perceived limitations and bring us back into the endless possibility of our existence. And I'm actually going to look and see. I feel like there is something here that maybe I want to read. So we're going to see. Let's see. It's talking about spiritual awakenings. Yeah. 11:11. Big significance of 11:11. I mean, we all know that though, right? 11:11, if you're seeing that, if you're seeing repeating numbers, those are signs of an awakening. So we don't really need to read that. But this is also talking about paying attention when we see those synchronicities. Paying attention when we see repeating number sequences. When we're presented with synchronicities. What's going on? What are we thinking? How are we feeling? So I'm feeling as though your higher self, your soul, is speaking to you and helping you prepare for this energy by making you be aware of your thoughts, making you be aware of your actions and your reactions and your vibration. And so when you see these synchronicities sometimes, you want to be aware of what's going on. What am I thinking? What am I feeling? We want to really bring this into our awareness so that we can make sure that our energy and our thoughts, right, are aligned with what it is that we are wishing to create. And this doesn't mean don't allow yourself to purge. Allow yourself to purge. But also, when you can, try to focus your thoughts on what it is that you're wanting to create. And just pay attention. They're speaking to you through so many signs and synchronicities right now, trying to guide you through this energy. And remember, there is only light. Darkness is an illusion. It's just a lack of light. It's an absence of light. Just like fear and hate are an absence of love. When the light comes in, it automatically illuminates the darkness, right? That's all there really is underneath everything else. Everything else is just illusion. The light is the only thing that's real. So it's also remembering that there is only light. When you are in the darkness, right? When we are in these purging periods, know that darkness is only an illusion. It's there to teach us. It's there for us to learn. It's a tool, right? But in the end, it's only light, right? You are only light. That is what you are. You are remembering the truth of what you are. And then we have Soul Tree, which is really beautiful because this is like just the imagery on this card with the earth down here and all of crowning and all of this light. I mean, that's what we're experiencing. That's what we're moving into right there. And this speaks to soul family coming in. This speaks to us. This is ascension. Like really, that's a great picture right there for the ascension of the planet. You see like the angelic wings and everything. This is heaven on earth. This is the golden age. This is just the confirmation that that's what we're talking about right now, basically. All right. And so what else do I want to... Let's get a couple conscious spirit cards. Clear. Because these are great guidance. What other guidance do you have pertaining to this portal? And create space is also it's about purging and releasing on all forms. So what can we purge and release to create space? It's not just the physical things. It's those emotions that are coming up. It's all of it. Yeah. I was going to say reach out to me if you need assistance with that. If you need assistance after the 1221 portal, reach out to me. I'm keeping my schedule light over the next couple days just so that I have the space that I need to really go through my own process as far as this is concerned. So if you are having an absolute emergency, reach out to me. Otherwise, I mean, this is... Like we said, this transformation, it's cumulative. It's not like this is all over after the 1221 portal and we're instantly in heaven on earth and we're all these perfect evolved beings. We are perfect beings and we are evolving, right? But like this process is going to be ongoing. So after the 21st, after Monday, absolutely reach out to me if you want to set something up to help you create that space, to help you release some of these energies, to help you really connect with your light. But yeah, this is going to be a huge, it's basically like it's like a booster chair, right? Or like, yeah, I guess that's the best analogy to make. It's like we're growing in vibration a lot, but it's like we still can't quite reach where we need to reach. This is a great short people analogy. So we're getting that booster. We're getting that boost that's going to help us to get a little higher, right? All right, first card out is Forest Frolic. I acknowledge my inner child and open my heart to the joy she brings. So play with that inner child. Embrace your inner child, right? This is what we're talking about. Have fun with this. Bring joy into this. Don't take it too seriously. Just really do what brings you joy. Do what lights you up. If you can do more of that and create that space for yourself to have this experience, right? Don't be overbooking yourself and overstressing yourself in the next few days if you can. Just take that time to really be joyous and really experience and express your life and have fun with it. Allow that joyous aspect of your inner child to come out and play. What was that was trying to pop out? We'll see if it comes back out. I know. Okay, I was going to laugh if that was it, but this is a different one. This one is sacred space. I find peace, security, and contentment when surrounded by nature's beauty, which is actually very close to the card that was trying to pop out. So joke's on me, right? But yeah, so this is once again the space. Create that sacred space. Not all of us have necessarily the option to really spend a lot of time out in nature's beauty right now. I'm only being slightly resentful there when I say that. But there are all kinds of ways to surround yourself with nature's beauty and to create sacred space for yourself. More than even the nature, I'm feeling the sacred space aspect. Create a sacred space. Have a sacred space where you can experience these energies. Even if you're working, even if you have responsibilities over the next few days, a sacred space that you can come back to where you feel cared for, where you feel held, where you feel connected to the earth, to yourself, right? To your spiritual self, where you can nourish your spiritual self. You want to have that place to go back to and just spend time in that place. Fill it with whatever things make you feel connected to your higher spiritual self, to Gaia, to the planet. Fill it with crystals. Fill it with like pieces of wood if you want, candles, incense. If that's what resonates with you, if something else resonates with you and feels sacred, whatever resonates with you and creates that sacred space, create that sacred space for yourself and just continually go back to that over the next few days and spend time in that energy. I wanted to say like marinating in that energy. Okay, and then we have the Sun Goddess, number 33, coming out. We also, sacred space was number 7. I celebrate each sunrise and recognize the healing energies of the sun. Oh, this is perfect, right? Because there is a solar flare. There have been many solar flares. And part of this is that solar flare from the grand central sun, right? So we have the healing energies of the sun, the healing light, the information, everything that's coming from the sun. So if you can enjoy the sun that we can see and experience, right? Because that sun is always sending us light codes, and that is sending us healing as well. So really bask in that sunlight, connect with the sun any way that you are able to, and allow that, especially this is saying sunrise, right? So if you can commune with the sunrise and really enjoy those energies and the healing, like allow them. What I like to do is I will stand there and I will close my eyes and just feel the sun on my face, and I'll just open myself up and I'll praise the sun. I'll thank the sun for the healing that it provides me. And I can feel the activations. I can feel the energy and the vitality that it's pouring into me. It's a beautiful, beautiful exchange. And I show incredible gratitude for what I am receiving from it. So really utilize the healing power of the sun, the healing power of nature in all the ways that she wants to assist and aid you. And I'm noticing the dragon up here too, that dragon energy. That might be relevant for someone. The dragon energy and the obelisks with all the symbols down here, which is also really interesting, right? So dragon medicine, that may mean something for someone. And then we have the sacral chakra coming out, and I did notice this one on the bottom of the deck too. Number 10, I feel comfortable in my own body and I'm sensitive to other people's feelings. So really, and this energy came through in the daily reading today, which was that red serpent energy. And so this is all about really connecting in with our bodies, feeling grounded in our bodies, feeling at home in our bodies, celebrating our bodies, caring for our bodies. Really paying attention to our bodies and what they are telling us and what they are requesting from us right now. Because our bodies are going to tell us what they need as well for support as we're leading up, if we know how to listen. So it's really building that sense of trust and companionship with our own bodies. And also being sensitive to the needs of others right now. This is a very intense time. People are going through a lot. So just be sensitive to the needs of others and sensitive to others people's feelings and emotions. And then we have reach out on the bottom of the deck. I reach out my hand and my heart to connect to and unite all of humanity. And so I'm feeling this energy in a couple ways right now. I'm feeling it as literally, and this is card number 12, literally reach out. If you need assistance, reach out to someone, right? Reach out to people in your physical world, Reach out to people in your spiritual community. Reach out to your guides and your team and ask them for assistance. Ask for assistance anywhere you need it. And those people who are doing okay during this time, reach out to people that you know and love that might be struggling and offer them some love and offer them some compassion. Offer them a hug. Offer them an ear. We're all in this together, right? And so we want to be here to support each other in whatever role, in whatever fashion that is. So just really connecting with each other. I feel like the meditation, the mass meditation that we're going to do is going to be really helpful with that as well, is that connection piece. All of us connecting and uniting and really like moving this. It's like, see how the earth is down here? It's like we are unifying together to help to collectively assist Gaia in this ascension process. So I really love that. That's really beautiful. And I think that's a really good way to leave this reading for today. So I hope that this was helpful for people. I hope that, yeah, it's like we said, it's pretty simple stuff. It doesn't have to be anything too crazy or too intense. What you are doing is perfect. You're doing the work. Right? Like if you're watching this channel, you're definitely doing the work. You're definitely in the process, or you wouldn't be interested in anything that I have to say, because somebody who's not ready to do the work is not interested in hearing any of this. And so like you're doing it already. So just really know that, give yourself credit for that, carve out that sacred space, create that space for yourself. Right? Reach out when you need to reach out. Connect with the sun. Connect with your own soul. Listen to the messages that your soul is bringing through and all the different ways that you can do that. Stay centered in that divine feminine energy of love and compassion. And just really nourish yourself. Right? Know that you are worthy of that. And that is so very, very important as we are moving through these energies. As usual, you guys know the drill. If you like this video, it helps the channel. There are links down below to donate if you feel so moved to do so. Reach out to me and we can schedule something for after the 22nd, unless it's an emergency. If it's really an emergency, maybe we can try to work something out. But honestly, like, it's all about creating that space, right? It's really about creating that space. So set those boundaries, create that space for yourself, that safe container for yourself, and really just sink into the energies and allow them to be your teacher. Allow your body to be your teacher. Allow your higher self, your intuition to be your teacher and to really guide you through this. And I look forward. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be doing, of course, a daily video tomorrow, but then I will definitely see you on Monday at 1 o'clock EST for that live, which is going to be really, really super fun as we dive into these energies and anchor in that timeline for humanity, for the age of Aquarius, for all of that good stuff. And I will look it back up and attach that link in that gives you the time zone converter and a little article from the Galactic Federation in the description box below. All right, I love you guys. I will talk to you soon.